Okay, I didn't actually check over there to see if anyone's new to me. So I'm Maeve. On the full bar, I didn't look. This is little mister. Here he is. We're going to start lying down. So go ahead and come onto your backs. And you can have your legs straight. You can have your knees bent. You can have the soles of your feet together with your knees open in Supta Baddha Konasana. I want you to pick something that feels good to you. And so if lying on your back doesn't feel good in this moment, you can pick something else. You can stay seated. You can come into child's pose, whatever it is that you need in this moment. And then we use this first moment to settle onto our mats, especially if you were having trouble getting into class and then you're like frantic and feeling a little off. This is the opportunity to get back in and on with your breath, with your body. So first round of awareness rests in the breath. The sensation of the breath, the rhythm. I'm waving at you, Karen. Take a few more breaths here. I've been talking about this a lot lately because it's present in my world in a number of ways. One, because of this virus, this pandemic we're in, and we're all filled with lots of emotions, but also because I have a 2-year-old and he's filled with lots of emotions, and the way he processes them is really interesting because I feel like he is this really like beautiful expression of how we often feel, but we don't know how to express it. And they don't know how to express it, but they just get it out, right? So a 2-year-old, when they're upset, when they're frustrated, they just let it out. They have what we call tantrums, right? Which I think is really wise, actually. Very wise, and it can be annoying for a parent, but it's a way of saying that the situation I'm in is not how I want it to be. Sometimes it can't be changed, and that stinks. But as adults, we do something else. Sometimes we just stifle that stuff down. We just shove it down, and we get really stagnated by that energy. So I encourage you today, as we move and as we open the body up and as we open the breath up, to maybe tap into what you're feeling beyond just the physical. What are you feeling emotionally right now? And it can be a whole host of things. Maybe you're elated. Maybe something exciting just happened. But feeling that. And so when we start with the physical, it's a very specific and factual thing. Sometimes it's a little ambiguous, but it's pretty factual, right? We can approach our body like, oh, my hip doesn't feel great. And that's a fact. And we don't have to read into it and then feel ashamed of what we're feeling, right? Because it's just a fact. And sometimes with emotions, we start to feel different things, like maybe I shouldn't be feeling this way because that could be so much worse. I want you to actually feel everything that you're feeling without shame, without guilt. That comes from both sides of the spectrum. Sometimes we feel like we shouldn't be happy when other people aren't, right? Good, you're on your back. So I didn't say that in case you came in late. It's okay. You're coming onto your back now and you're hugging your knees into your chest. And you're gonna give yourself a really good hug. It's a hug. It's not just to pull your knees in, it's a hug. Pull the knees in, but hug yourself. Send your legs up to the sky. Reach the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Curl your shoulders up. And then start to lower the legs down. Any amount. Start to engage the glutes a bit. Pull the belly back. Knit the ribs in. Knit the front hip points toward each other. Extend the legs a little longer. Bring your hands behind your head. Take an inhale. And then we exhale, twist. Inhale out. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Use your breath to create movement. Yes, stay with it. Stay with it. Really good. Yes. Hi, everyone who just came in. Good to see y'all. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Come through center. Bring it up into boat pose. Hold it here. Shift toward your sitting bones. Maybe extend the legs out. Maybe not. Cross your shins. Plant your hands. Come into downward facing dog. Root your hands down. From the outer upper arms, the triceps inward. Gently press the biceps outward. Drop your ears between your biceps. Lengthen the top of your head for your thumbs. Push even more into your fingertips and use all of that energy to send your hips higher and further toward the back of your mats. And as you do that, feel the lift of the wrists away from the floor. Inhale, shift to plank. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, forward. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, forward to plank, right knee into your chest. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, forward to plank, left knee into your chest. Downward facing dog. Keep going like that for a few more rounds. And then right knee over to your left tricep in plank. Downward facing dog. Cross left to right. Take it back. Keep going like that, a couple more each side. You're moving with your breath. And then pause and down dog. Right leg stretches back, inhale. Knee into your chest, place your right foot between your hands. Put your left knee down. Anjaneyasana, rise up. Push into this front foot. Pull the front foot, back knee and back foot toward each other. So pull the front to the back, pull the back to the front. One more inhale. Release your hands down. Shift back, straighten the right leg. Little pause. Come back to front. Rise up. Release the hands down, shift it back. Come forward. Rise up. Release it down, shift back. One more time. Forward. And then back. That's kind of a lie. You got to come back for it again. Tuck the back toes, turn the back heel in and down. Warrior two, come up and around. So in Warrior two, your shoulders sit right on top of your hips. Tendency is it wants to kind of go here, draw back. Spine sits perpendicular to the floor. Yes. Yes. So good. We're just going to move with the breath. Don't overthink anything. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right knee moves out to the right. Exhale, come forward into side angle. Inhale, reverse, sit back. Exhale, come forward, side angle. Inhale it back. And bring it forward. 2 more. Inhale, back. And exhale around. 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale all the way around. Get back to plank. Lower down either the floor or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog, exhaling. Downward facing dog with your exhale. Left leg stretches back. Knee into your chest and then place your foot between your hands. Back knee down. Anjaneyasana, rising up. So front foot pushes down, pulls toward the back of the mat. Right knee, right foot presses down and pulls toward the front of the mat. So there's this squeezing action that gives you energy length and allows you to be stable and open here.
Sometimes it gets difficult.
1 more inhale. Release your hands down, straighten the front leg, shift your hips back. A few breaths here.
There is always something to hold on to in your life. Just keep that head up, don't you worry.
We move with the breath here. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. And bring it back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last time back to exhale. Come forward, tuck the back toes, turn the heel to the middle of your mat for warrior 2. Rise up and around. Yes. Take a few breaths here. This is like our home base between reverse warrior and side angle. We have to kind of hit this in between the two. Think a little deeper. Feel this inner left thigh wrapping open. Keep the left big toe rooted and move the knee a little to the left so you get a little deeper into that hip. Reverse it back, inhale. Come forward, exhale. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale all the way around. Step back to plank. Lower down. Rise open. And downward facing dog. Exhale. Pause here and breathe. Inhale, high to your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, bring your feet up to your hands. Halfway with your inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Draw your hands to your heart, exhale. Breathe. Release your hands down. Turn the palms open, broaden the chest, broaden the upper back. Firm the legs, feel the length of your spine. Inhale, reach up, heart to thumbs. Exhale, bow forward, hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway, chaturanga, exhale. Rise and open, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Rise to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Belly, heart, head to the sky. Release it, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open and up. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale to your toes, bend your knees, stretch your hips back. That loads you up to bring your feet forward. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Kneecaps lifting, quadriceps engaged. Rise to stand. Hands into your heart, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale and open. Dog pose, exhale. High to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway up, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise up to stand, inhale. Hands draw to your heart, exhale. One more time. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. This is a pose. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise up. That's also a pose, not just a transition. And then downward facing dog. Right leg back, inhale. Knee into your chest, place your foot next to your right hand. Stay high on these left toes, really high in the left toes. Pull the heart forward. And then lift from the hips. Rise up, crescent pose. Powerful back leg. See if you can sink a little deeper. Maybe straighten the back leg a little bit. Your left arm is going to go forward. Your right arm is reaching back. All we're going to do is reverse this. So your right hand comes down to the left leg, and the left arm comes up. Keep pulling the feet toward each other. Try not to dump into your low back. So lifting the back rib cage, lifting the shoulder blades into the heart. One more inhale. Come around, standing split, top of the mat. Lift this left leg up. Stretch your feet away from each other. Lift the right hip a little higher. The crease of the right hip. Pin the hip in a bit more. Melt the spine. Bring your feet together, top of the mat. Chair. Utkatasana. Keep the belly back. Lift the front ribs to the back ribs. Lift the gaze. Lift the arms. Take one more inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. It's a pose. It's a pose. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Knee to your chest, shift forward, step your left foot next to your left hand. Stay really high on those right toes. Get the heel up real high. Reach the arms forward, peel the pelvis up to rise up into crescent pose. Very nice, very, very nice. Think a little deeper. Energetically, your feet are drawing toward each other. You're sinking the hips and you're lifting the spine and the arms. Right arm goes forward, left arm goes back. All we're going to do is reverse this back, left hand to right leg. One more inhale. Bring it around, standing splits, top of the mat. Come to chair pose. Gaze up, fingers up, arms start to draw back by the ears as much as you can. Beautiful, yes. Stay in your breath. Notice your reaction to the pose. Last breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway inhale, chaturanga, exhale. Rise and open, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Knee into your chest, place your foot forward. Crescent pose. Reach forward to rise up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, standing split. Chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg back with your inhale. Exhale, draw your foot all the way up next to that left hand. High on the right toes, reach forward to rise up crescent, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. Reverse it, inhale. Exhale, standing splits. Chair, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Pause. Stay in your breath. Come back to chair. Right knee rises up. Left hand to your knee or to your foot, and then we extend out. You're going to keep your chest facing the right side. You're just going to take this right leg back and through, and then open up into half moon. Yeah. Really nice. Draw up on the standing leg. Extend through the top leg, through the right leg. You're standing on your left foot. Just slow down. Bend your standing leg. Reach this right leg back, reverse warrior. And then side angle. This time we're going to stay for a few breaths in side angle. Mhm. Mhm. Release this right arm around. Come onto the right hand, pinky side of the right foot. Start to open toward the left, and then find Vashisthasana, any version of side plank. And then bring it through center, Chaturanga, exhale. Open up, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale right away. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, stretch back, feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Hold deeply, exhale. Chair, inhale. Left knee lifts up. Take the knee or the foot with your right hand, and then open to the left. You're going to stay facing the left. Just going to release the leg, and then we open into half moon. Start to bend the standing leg. Stretch the left leg toward the back of the mat. Reverse warrior. And then draw forward, side angle. We're here for about 5 breaths. Long, full breaths. Maybe a few more than 5, actually. And then left hand down. Start to turn to the right, come onto the pinky side of your left foot. And then we open up Vashisthasana. One more inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise and open. Downward facing dog, pause. Inhale, high to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, feet to hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Right knee lifts. We twist open. Maybe you don't even take your foot. You just reach or your knee. And then stay here, open, half moon. Reverse warrior. Side angle. Release it down. Vashisthasana. Chaturanga, exhale. Open up. Downward facing dog. High into your toes, lift the heels, exhale, bend the knees, stretch back, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Left knee rises up, turn to the left. Maybe don't even touch the foot or the knee. Stay facing this way. Open up half moon. Take it back, reverse warrior. Side angle. Left hand down, left foot, left hand or knee, Vashisthasana. And then stay with me. Come through center, right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Right foot between your hands. Crescent pose. Rise up. Exhale, twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, reverse it. Standing splits, top of the mat. Chair, inhale. Right knee rises up. Twist to the right. Oh, we're bringing it together. Half moon, open it up. Reverse warrior, nice and slow. Side angle. Right hand comes down, right hand, right foot, Vashisthasana. Stay open in your ears. Left hand to the ground, left knee to left tricep. And then inhale, sweep that leg up and back. Left foot forward. Crescent pose, rising up. Right arm forward, left arm back. Reverse inhale. Standing splits, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Left knee rises, twist to the left. Stay facing the left, open up half moon. Step to the back of the mat for reverse warrior. And then reach forward for side angle. Left hand down, Vashisthasana. Maybe just keep this knee up. And then right hand down, knee to tricep. Inhale, sweep the leg back. Right foot forward. Crescent, rise. Twist to the right. Reverse inhale. Standing splits. Chair, inhale. Right knee rises. Twist to the right. Half moon, open it up. Reverse warrior, take your time. Side angle. Right hand down. Pinky side of the right foot. Maybe keep this left knee lifted. And then left hand down, knee to tricep. Three-legged dog, left leg up and back. Place your foot between your hands. Crescent, inhale. Twist to the left, exhale. Reverse inhale. Standing splits, exhale. Chair, inhale. You shift into the right foot, the left knee comes up. Twist to the left. Stay facing this way. Open to half moon. And then reverse warrior. Side angle. Left hand down. Maybe pull this right knee up. Good. Bring your hand around. Pause. Extend this leg out. Maybe float it up. Three-legged dog, right leg to sky. Draw your foot forward. Inhale, crescent. One more time through. Open to the right. Reverse it. Standing split. Chair. Right knee rises. Twist to the right. half moon open. Reverse the warrior. Side angle. Right hand down. Vashisthasana. Consider pulling this left knee up. And then left hand down, left knee to tricep. Stay there. Maybe extend the leg, maybe float it up. And then inhale, left leg to the sky. Last time. Place your foot forward. Crescent. Sink and rise. And then twist left. Reverse. Standing splits. Chair. Left knee rises. We twist to the left. We open to half moon. Reverse warrior. Side angle. Vashisthasana, last one. This time, just straight into chaturanga. Rise open. Downward facing dog. Pause here and breathe. So good. See what comes up. How's your body feel? Where are your thoughts? How do you feel emotionally? Are you a little irritated, or you're like, oh, I love that. That felt good. Detach. Just detach. It is what it is. Our responses. Inhale high to your toes. Bend your knees, feet up to your hands. Halfway inhale. Hold deeply, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Hands into your heart. Left arm outside of your right thigh. We twist to the right. Padavrita, Utkatasana. Maybe open it up. If you want to take an arm balance, go for it. Come back to chair in the center slowly. We go right to the other side. Hands through heart, right arm outside of the left thigh. Lift the heart, send the hips back, and then maybe open up the arms. Maybe come into an arm balance if you want. Excellent. Smooth out your breath. Hug the left hip in and back. Come back into chair. Press up to stand. And bring your hands into your heart. Take the arms out wide. And then bring them behind your back. Lace your fingers. Bring your knuckles together or bring your hands into reverse prayer. Okay? No suffering. Don't suffer. Soften the knees, step the left foot back. Give yourself a pretty wide stance. So have the right foot coming out of the right hip socket, the left foot out of the left, as opposed to trying to get them to be on a tightrope. Inhale, lift up from the heart. And then from the crease of the right hip, come forward. Pull back, pull back, pull back. You don't have to have this leg straight. If you need a bend in your knees, please take that bend in the front leg. If you're in reverse prayer with the hands, can you keep the heels of the hands together? Can you keep the base of the index finger pressing into each other? Inhale, rise up. Sweep the arms up high. And then left arm forward, right arm back. So what we did in crescent pose, we're going to do here with foundation and pyramid. Draw back in the right hand. Good. Really nice. Reverse back for a breath. And then reach crazy far forward. Reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Left hand is going to come maybe on the floor or a block on the outside of your right foot, maybe onto the shin or onto the floor on the left side of that foot. And then we come into revolve triangle. Pushing down into that bottom hand. So give yourself some leverage. Notice how the back knee wants to bend. Try and push the heel down and keep both legs as straight as you can without hurting any part of your body. Also, the left hip wants to dip down and in, pull it up and back. And then that starts to level the sacrum. The crease of the right hip is drawing back. Really nice. 4 more breaths.
I just want you close, where you can stay forever.
Good. Keep the twist, just look down. Bend the front leg. Take your left hand pretty far out to the left. And then pick up the left leg and come into revolved half moon. If you need a bend in the front leg, put a bend in the front leg, but push the feet away from each other. So channel a little bit of the sense of standing splits where you're moving the feet away from one another. Pull the heart forward. So instead of folding down, you're extending your heart forward. You're extending your head forward. Belly, heart, head, whoosh, past the top of the mat. That's the sound effect. Whoosh. Yeah? Bring your left knee behind the right leg, the outer shin. We're going to sit down. If you need to change how you get there, so be it. And then we're going to twist. Good. This is perfect. You know that, right? This is perfect. This doesn't have to change. If you want, you bring your hands around. And then you bring this left elbow as high up on the right thigh as you can. You kind of slide up and you can push into your left foot to kind of give yourself some leverage. And then maybe you start to open up.
Yes, I know for certain. You and me together.
Good. Take a few more breaths. If you're in that arm bound, stay to the back of the mat. Go through chaturanga, facing the back of the mat. If you're seated, we're going to meet them there too. You're going to bring it around. Step it back, step it back. We're facing the back of your mat. Downward facing dog and pause. Inhale to your toes. Bend your knees, exhale. Look at your hands, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. And then draw your hands into your heart, exhale. Put a little bend in your knees, step your right foot back. Feet are as wide as your hips. Be generous in your stance. Good. Take the arms out wide and behind your back. Lace the hands, bring the knuckles together or bring the palms together. Contain the belly a little bit. Inhale just from the heart to rise up. Crease of the left hip pulls back. Bow forward. Inhale, rising up. Release the arms up. And then right arm forward, left arm back. Squeeze the feet toward each other. For a breath, reverse it. And then reaching forward. Reaching forward, pulling back as you reach forward on that left hip. You pull back, you pull back, you pull back. And then right hand lands wherever it lands, inside or outside of the foot, on the shin if you need it, on a block if you need it. Revolve triangle. Keep pulling back on the left hip, but also lift the right hip up a little bit. Notice if it wants to dip down. That's a way for you to create the sense that you're twisting, but you're twisting the pelvis and you're not just twisting the spine. So we want to try to keep the pelvis as still as possible without being rigid and then moving from the spine as opposed to dropping the hip in. Does that make sense? Now I've just shifted my pelvis and my spine followed. So twist from the spine, keep the pelvis pretty much as set as you can. It's tricky. This is a tricky pose. Not easy. Last inhale. Good, you're gonna stay in your twist. Just start to look down. Right hand comes forward. You move it over to the right side and then push both legs straight to lift up. Revolve half moon. How can you be bigger? Can you be bigger in your breath? Can you be bigger along your spine, across the arms, legs? One more inhale. Bend the knees. Bring this right knee behind the left. And then come on down and we twist. Okay. So you can stay here. If you want to come and play in the privacy of your own home, you don't have to feel like you're being judged. You're going to bring the hands around. You can kind of stand on this right foot. That's going to give you a little more leverage. And then you just find the arms here. And then maybe this right leg comes up. And then we all meet Chaturanga, opening up. And down dog. Really beautiful. Take the feet shorter in the stance. Take them wider on your mat. Take your left hand to your right ankle, your calf or your heel. Twist toward the right. Push into this right hand like crazy, please. And then release the left hand down, reset. Take it to the other side.
A little view of the past. I promise all of this is not gonna last. Trust me, I know.
And then release your hand. Start to walk your hands toward your feet. Pause. Pick up your heels. Turn the heels in, but don't put them down on the ground. Start to bend your knees. We're going to come up into a toe stand malasana. So the heels are up, which for some of you feels like a happier place than the heels down, right? For some of you, like me, where I want to rest down, it's a little more work. Really wake up those ankles. Outer ankles press inward. So here, presses inward.
remember the time you thought you was in love, but you was tweaking.
Good. Couple more breaths. Good. Release your hands down. Pull your heels out. Square your feet, and then take a wider forward fold, so wider in the legs. Not quite as wide as if we were in Prasarita Padottanasana, but it's definitely wider than your classical Uttanasana. And then lengthen the spine forward. Walk out to plank. Keep your feet wide, please. Keep your feet wide. Pick up the right leg. Just like 2 inches. Put it back down. Reset. Left leg just like 2 inches up. Good. And release it down. And then bring your forearms down. If you need a child's pose instead, take a child's pose. Forearms are down. Start to walk your feet closer to your elbows and take them wider. Pull the gaze forward, take the feet back, forearm plank. Release the hips down. Release the tops of the feet, the toenails. Sphinx, pull the heart forward and up. Retuck the toes. Before you go anywhere, push the forearms down. Feel the spread of the shoulder blades. Let that lift you up.
How to surrender, sometimes I never know. The walls up around me, they seem to never fall. Let me some fire,
and then walk your feet toward your elbows.
I know we've been struggling, but here we gotta move.
Take your right leg up.
I can still see it now, can you see?
Shift your shoulders forward a little bit. Maybe bend the right leg and just see if with that right leg bent, you can start to get this sense of lifting, but you then can keep your left leg a little low. So if the right leg goes overhead with the knee bent, the foot, it's just like a teeter-totter. It just starts to pull you up, and then you can keep your left leg low so that you don't feel like you're going to flip over, but you can start to feel what that balance might possibly feel like in your forearms. Or maybe not. Release that down. Bring your knees down. Take a pause, child's pose. Stay on your knees, push into your hands. Stay on your knees, keep your hips down, just round the back. So we want a little bit of this action, of this hollowing, a little bit of cat pose in forearm balance, which is really tricky because we want to go the other way when we're there. You're going to bring your forearms down. Tuck your toes. Step your left foot in. Sorry, step your right foot in. Lift your left leg up. Maybe bend that left leg and just start to feel like you could possibly lift up. Like the leg might push you up. Hey. Lulu's cheering for you. Come on. A couple more breaths. And then child's pose. Child's pose. And come into your hands, round that upper back. If you need to turn yourself to a wall, so be it, do it. But stay with me and keep playing. If you want to just chill out, if you want to take a headstand instead, go for it. Stay with me if it's okay. So you're going to come into your forms. You're going to tuck the toes, step the left foot in closer, lift the right leg, bend the knee. And then maybe start to just twirl this left heel toward your sitting bone. Yeah? Try it. So shortening up, pulling in towards center, as opposed to having super long limbs and letting the legs be crazy long, kind of shorten it up. Just feel how you're drawing everything in toward your center line. Couple more breaths. And then release it down. Take a pause. This one thinks she's the Queen of Sheba over here. Look at you. And we got to do the other side, right? You're going to come back onto your forms. Can I do it, Lulu? Will you let me? Come back onto your forms. Walk your feet in. This time, left leg comes up. Bend the knee. And then maybe start to pull that right heel in toward your sitting bone. Push into the shoulders. You might surprise yourself. Couple more breaths. And then child's pose. And I'm gonna give you one more minute. If you want to go upside down, but you don't want to do my play, you can do something else. If you want to try an arm balance again, and then we're going to go into back bends after this, and then some seated poses. So if there's something that you need that we didn't do, that's a standing pose, this would be a good time to do it. If you want more inversions, go for it. Maybe you start to feel more confident and you start to extend the legs a little longer and pinch a prep. And I say this often, but I want to reinforce that you can stay for as long as you need to in the preps of poses. You don't have to rush to that pretty picture of the pose, right? We all want that, right? We want to get to like the picture of Pincha Mayurasana, where you're straight up and down, shoulders are right on top of your elbows. It takes time, or not. For some people, it just happens. So that's fine too. But it does take time. If it's not happening right away, enjoy the process. Find something new. Stay in your breath. Detach from the end product and enjoy this journey of discovering your joint, of how the shoulder is going to get above the elbow, because that's tricky. And until the elbow gets right underneath there, you're probably going to be in a little bit of a back bend trying to get yourself up. So just play with it. You got another 30 seconds or so. Lulu. And then come out through child's pose, please. Take a few breaths there. And then come onto your back when you are ready. we're starting with bridge. Shoulders open up. Press down into the feet. Lift the hips straight up. And then shoot energy forward from your knees. Pull the feet toward your shoulders. You can lace the hands behind your hips if you want and stretch the arms along the floor. Outer ankles, outer shins, outer thighs, gently pressing inward, gently pressing inward. One more inhale. And then down, exhale. Assess. See if that's what you need for the next one. If it is, you'll repeat bridge. If it's not, maybe you'll take a break, or maybe come into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Hands come by the shoulders and ears, and then rising up. Same legs as bridge pose in Urdhva Dhanurasana. The shoulders are a little different, a little more like the pincha setup, handstand setup. Last inhale, and then down, exhale. Pause. See how you feel. And then if you want one more back bend, we're gonna go for it right now. Open the heart, open the fronts of the shoulders. Last breath in, and then come down with your exhale. Good. Knees to chest, happy baby, whatever feels better to you. And then if you want to stay on your back for thread the needle, stay there. If you'd like to come up and come into pigeon pose, double or single leg, we will go there now. I don't care which leg you start with. I'm actually going to start on my left because I always start on my right. Find your center, find your breath. You're in single leg pigeon. The back leg is extending long and it's anchoring you down. Your front shin doesn't ever have to match the front of your mat. It does not have to be perpendicular to the back leg or parallel to the front of the mat. More than anything, finding a balance between the front and the back leg, the right, the left side, the front and the back of the body, feeling centered and that you can breathe and that you're not in any kind of pain whatsoever. Your ankles are active, your feet and your toes are active. And like the energy of crescent pose or most of those standing poses, those wide leg standing forward, wide leg standing poses, your legs are kind of drawing toward each other. There's the energy of drawing in toward your center as opposed to just flat falling down into the ground. And then we rise up. Or switch sides. If you're on your back, you don't need to rise up, you just stay there. We come into the second side. Finding those same sort of touch points. Strength of the back leg, front, back feet, ankles, toes, alert and active. You're centered, you're able to breathe. Nothing is in pain. Last couple breaths. Apparently something's funny in this song. They throw a laugh track in the middle. I guess life is joyful. That's what they're saying. Life is joyful. Let's laugh. Okay, come on to your backs. Soles of the feet together if it's okay. Supta Baddha Konasana. Draw the knees in. Extend the legs up straight. And then bend both knees, drop them over to the right, left arm out to the side. Back to center. Legs extend up. Rebend. Knees to the left, right arm out to the side. Draw back up to center. Legs extend up. And then gently lay them down on the ground. Shavasana. Let go of your breath, your eyes, your body. Stay exactly how you are. Just start to become aware of your fingers and your hands, the palms of your hands, your wrists, your arms, your shoulders, your neck. the back of your neck where it meets the base of your skull. Your cheeks, lips. Notice your belly and your chest gently moving with the breath, maybe even your ribs a little, maybe your back. Notice the weight of your hips, the length of your legs. Notice the arches of your feet and your toes. And that's your physical body. And how does your physical body feel? And then next level, how's your mind? Where are your thoughts? And then finally, this emotional center. How do you feel? Are you excited to start your day post yoga? There's something that's weighing on your mind. And see if you can be an observer instead of a judger. When you're ready, reach the arms overhead, roll to your side, make your way to seated. And then once you are seated, bring your hands together at your heart in prayer. Use this gesture as a means to honor yourself, to honor your practice, for showing up, for tapping in. Together, inhale. Exhale, bow your mind to your heart. Rise with your inhale. Have a great weekend. Thank you for being here. Thanks for your practice. If you have any questions, if you need anything, please let me know. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I can't believe it's Labor Day.